Welcome back. So ladies, let's chat. Whether we like it or not, we're all playing a role of sorts. And Stacey, you seem to think it might have caused some sort of identity crisis for women.
Yes, as I was sharing with you guys in the green room, I've been talking to a number of women, and we have so many roles. I use myself real quick. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm an executive, I'm a mentor, I'm a public servant, I have a job,
Superwoman.
I'm a teacher, a daughter, all those things. And talking to women, Madison and Justin, what they're saying to me is, I'm pissed off because my identity is caught up in being wife and mother and all those things and not celebrating who I am as a woman. And I think that happens. We get caught up in everything that we do. And what we do does not define who we are. And I think that's.
Do you find yourself caught up in that, Madison?
No, I don't. And
Okay.
sometimes I find comfort in it. I find comfort in knowing that I can identify myself with I am a mom.
Okay.
And it makes me feel stronger. And it helps me to guide me and helps me to make choices based on that role and based on that identity.
But to your point though, Madison, can you though see that a person may feel that I am all these people, I'm these roles, but that's not who I am.
That's not Madison.
That's not Madison.
But
Could you be hiding in those roles?
But I
behind
feel like all those roles are an extension of who I am. All of those roles make me who I am, because I wouldn't be those roles if that's not who I wanted to be. So where someone might start feeling resentful about the roles that they're playing, well, they're playing those roles for a reason, and they don't have to continue to play that role. They can let go of that role at any time.
Well, what's
and choose to
interesting
play
though
another
is I
one.
think that a lot of us are assumed that we are a certain role. You know, people look at me, this tall blonde, and then I have to play this role in their head. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of people thinking that I'm,
Right.
less intelligent or flaky or Hollywood or you're so LA. No, I'm so Josie Moyet, and there's a lot of more layers. That's the main role I'm
Right.
playing. Beyond being a daughter, sister, friend, etc., I'm trying to play this role of what is my best self in fighting against what everybody else thinks
Well,
about
it sounds
me.
like what you're fighting against is a stereotype.
Oh, for sure. You fight stereotypes.
Absolutely. But to your point, and you're correct, you're right. Those roles that I identify with myself are extension of who I am. But they don't define me, because as we know, roles change.
So
the
how
mother
would
that
you
I am today is not the mother I was when my babies were toddlers, and not the mother I'm going to be when I have grown
Right,
children.
but you play those roles, but you also define what those roles mean.
I do. But at the end of the day, before I had all those titles, I think what the women are saying to me, Stace, is before I have all those titles, I am a woman.
Right, but before they had all those titles, they were kids.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right, you see where I'm going with
I
this?
see where you're going with this. How do you maintain that role of I am Stacey? I am a woman, or
Well,
can you?
I just got it. To be honest with you, I just really got it. And I'm throwing some people for a loop because they're like, wow, Stace, like, I didn't know, right? And
What do
to
you
that-
mean? Wow,
it's
Stacey,
to-
I didn't know.
It's to that point. Because I was hiding behind so many things. I hid behind being a great wife. I hid behind being a great mom.
But
I
how
hid
are you
behind being-
hiding them? Because to me, those don't sound like things you hide behind.
Yes,
those sound
you,
like things
most
that
definitely you can. If you don't deal with something that's going on with you, you will overcompensate and live vicariously through your children and your spouse.
Or
But
those,
now
yeah,
today,
those roles.
I don't have a problem saying, you know what? Mama is not cooking tonight. Everybody work for themselves. I'm going to sleep.
But isn't
There's
that
a
also being a great mom? Isn't it teaching them to go, hey, sometimes you have to take care of yourself first, and I'm doing it for me. I'm being the example for you.
It could be.
Right, so I don't know.
No, because if I was very uncomfortable with who I am, and I was, so having my children, know that I'm there, pick them up from school, making sure that I cooked, making sure everything was in line was important to me because I was in chaos, and that's something that I could control. Now, and what I'm telling our viewers is, your roles are going to change. Your life is going to expand.
Yeah.
And
when
that's
you become in
okay.
control with yourself, it's okay for a parent to say, you know what, I don't like my kid today.
Well,
It
and-
doesn't make you a bad mom.
No, but
it doesn't make you a bad mom. It makes you an honest, authentic person.
It's
Absolutely.
interesting too because I'm finally at a
I've
point
had
in
those
my
moments.
life, growing up, nearing the end of my 20s. I'm finally being okay with that. I am not who I was when I was 21. I don't want the same things I wanted when I was 23. and those rules are changing, and I have to be okay with that.
Yes, they evolve. It's okay for me. I've been married almost 23 years, and today I'm uncomfortable with telling my husband, this is not working for me, right? I've evolved because I'm comfortable with me, and I don't think that he's gonna leave me, right?
Right.
I wouldn't say things before because I was uncomfortable, or I shouldn't say that. A wife doesn't say that. No, a man that loves a woman, a woman loves a man. They're honest in their communication.
Communication.
That's what I'm talking about as the roles evolve. Makes sense?
Yeah.
Live your role, ladies. We'll be back with more Every Way Woman.
But